Hey Scorpio, it's Jen here from tarotspirit.net, and I decided to do love reading this month. I know a lot of people do because it's February, but what the hell? So I'm using the Crystal Visions Tarot because I think I don't know, there's just something. I always like to use this for love readings. There's just something about it. Whoa! Pentacles, 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 and the Eight of Wands. Okay, interesting. So the Eight of Wands, some people read this as arrows of love. I've heard this is passion, fast moving energy. Think of this herd. Well, it's actually a herd of unicorns. Not a herd of horses, it's a herd of unicorns. But just think of a herd of horse-like creatures thundering through. They're very fast, and it's lots of power and energy. And wands are passion, enthusiasm, inspiration, creativity. So at the bottom of the deck for a love reading, this is something happens really fast. You very quickly meet someone, and it's passionate, and you kind of could get swept away. Think about, you get swept away by this movement. It's not good or bad. It just sort of is. And I think people react to quick change in many different ways. So in a love reading, I would ask yourself, if so a couple different reactions can come up. You can just jump on one of these little unicorns and go with the flow, right? And see where it takes you. Or it could be too much, too fast, and you could sort of put on the brakes and put up all the doubts. And I sort of feel like it needs to be tempered between those two reactions. And I'm seeing that here because you have all earth in your reading, which is really interesting. So this is sort of talking about love in a more practical manner. So here's this passion, this energy, this getting swept off your feet type of card. But then we're going to temper it with, can this relationship, this passionate getting swept off your feet, be translated into something solid and grounded? Pentacles are all about sustainability. They're slow moving. They're slow and steady wins the race. They're practical. Can you live with this person? Are they a neat freak and you're a clutter? You tend to collect clutter. Are they willing to? What are they willing to do with their finances? Things like that. Do they want to live in the same place you want to live? So enjoy the passion and the getting swept off your feet. But for whatever, in this relationship, I do feel like it's going to be more depth than just getting swept off your feet and a passionate thing that can just fizzle out. I do think you guys, the foundation of the relationship is grounded and tangible and potentially very long lasting. For some of you that are already in a relationship, I do see you moving to the next level, wanting to move in together, starting to take the steps to actually start joining your life together, joining where you live, your things, your finances, your sharing meals together, your family, all things like that. It's like it is the beginning of a solid, grounded, potentially long-term, long-lasting relationship. The Two of Pentacles here is interesting. Try not to it just means things are going to be really busy. So it may be hard to find time. If you do just meet someone this month, it may try not to get you discouraged if you're having trouble finding time to get together. People are busy and they're juggling a lot, and try to the earth energy is organic. Try to allow it to happen organically, and not to get too worried. Oh, he hasn't texted me back. She hasn't done this. Try not to pressure the other person. Try to understand that they may have a lot going. You may have a lot going on. I think communication is key. Just to be honest and keep the lines of communication open and appreciate the time that you do have together. So I feel like even though this relationship may start with all this passion, the coming together is going to be slower because of just life and logistics. But these two cards right here are very similar energies. We have the Page. I'm sorry, it's so hard to hold these up in the glare. We have the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a new beginning. But this, again, this relationship. Okay, so for some of you, I know we have this card of passion, but for some of you, this could be someone you've known for a really long time, okay? And they've just been friends, they were friend zoned potentially, or you were in a relationship or they were in a relationship. So it's like you just never went there. You just, for whatever reason, never really thought about it. And all of a sudden it sort of creeps up on you. Like just one day, it's like you look at this person differently or they look at you differently, and it kind of clicks, and you just realize that there's all this passion there between you two. But for whatever reason, the timing wasn't right, or you're just seeing things a little differently. And for whatever reason, at this point, it works, and it's time. So it could be have been a long time in coming. But again, this is also the Page that starts things and understands that there isn't instant gratification. So this type of relationship will be more traditional. It will, you'll have a few dates, and then you'll kiss on the front step, and then so not necessarily, you'll just sort of jump in and start the relationship. Allow it to evolve over time. So again, it may have evolved over time kind of without you knowing, or it may just allow it to breathe. Allow it to give it, like wine. Let it breathe. Let it mature on its own. Don't force it. Don't put too many expectations on it right up front, and allow it to just develop organically, because this type of relationship, so you have there's the passion there, which is important, don't get me wrong, but then so there is that spark, there is that connection, there is that passion and attraction. But it's with all these grounded cards, these relationships have the real potential for being the long-lasting relationship. For those of you in relationships, you may move in together. You're starting to make really solid grounding commitments, and moving forward in a step-by-step, traditional, progressive manner. Nice. Yeah, what a nice relationship. This is sustainable. This is the real deal. This isn't just gonna come through and sweep you off your feet and then fizzle out and be done. This has the potential for the long term. So cool. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next video. Take care.